Look at my pretty kitty. Say hi, Gus. Say hi, Gus. Okay, he doesn't love me. Okay. Hi, welcome back again. Hope you're doing well. How's your day going? That's good. I'm glad to hear that. I have to go to work in like 2-3-ish hours, and I decided I kind of want to do something fun because I've been stressing myself without homework all week. And so normally when I do these videos, I try to do something, I don't know, a more serious topic, but I guess it's more serious than this. So I'm just going to be making some earrings, but mostly I'm just going to be talking about my favorite She-Ra characters, because I love She-Ra. I will acknowledge that the stuff with Noelle Stevenson really did turn me off to the show to a lot because it's problematic. So if you have chosen not to support She-Ra because of that, I completely understand that. I still think that it is okay to want to at least talk about the show, at least in my opinion, because the show itself isn't problematic, it's just the creators behind it. So either way. And if you disagree with me, please, we can have a nice little conversation about it in the comments. Okay? Okay. So either way, I just got these charms recently from just wherever, and so I just have a bunch of different earrings I'm going to be making. Let me see what I did last video if you watched. I just kind of had a fries bag. When I was done with it, it would just hang up there. I'm not going to be hot gluing anything. It's more just going to be like basic earrings that I've been wanting to make, but I just haven't really had a chance to. But either way. So for She-Ra, so I made 5 categories because I can't rank them all from number 1 to whatever. And if that bugs you, I'm sorry. Maybe this isn't the video for you. However, I love my baby so much. And so I'll just tell you the 5 categories I made. So I made dislike, nah, no opinion, adore, and love. So I'll kind of explain each category, how my thought process behind it when I get to each character in each category. So however, let's start. So we're going to start with dislike, because you know what? I got to keep you guys engaged. We're going to go to least to worst.
Hey, also pre-warning. When I start talking about some of the characters, I'll stop eventually, but I was like messing around trying to like pick out the charms I wanted. So you'll hear it in the background. I don't think it's super bad, so I'm not going to like refilm that part. However, I'm just warning you because if you hear some like and if that bugs you, then click off. However, I do later just like stop a second and like pick out the charms. I just think it's like for the first time. But if that bugs you, I completely understand. Just wanted to tell you preemptively. Thank you. Sorry about that.
And the people in this category aren't, I didn't really rank them per how much I like, even though you could probably tell that I'll like some characters more than others, but either way, this is still just my opinion. So the first character I wrote down on this dislike list is Shadow Weaver. And I know some people are going to be mad at me for that. And I understand that because she did end up having some sort of a redemption arc. And I mean, that's great. I'm very happy for her. However, it's just hard for me to like a character that caused so much pain to like the main characters, you know? And even though you could say she's better now, and she had spoiler warning for the show. That wasn't obvious. Even though she caused so much pain to the main characters, it's hard for me to be like, yes, love her. Like, one of my friends, like, is a big Shadow Weaver fan, and I'm like, I mean, go you. Okay. No hate to you. Adore you. However, I'm just kind of like, no? I mean, you can like her character. I just don't, because, like, I just don't like what she's done. And, yeah, I can forgive people for their past or whatever. However, I'm still allowed to not forgive her for what she's done. Also, it's a TV show. It's not that deep. That's my opinion on her. I do like what they did with her character, though. I don't hate her as a character. I just don't like her as a character. Does that make sense? I don't think that made sense. I like her role in the story. I think it's a really interesting villain. However, I don't like her character. And I feel like that's valid to say. Either way, I'm going off a tangent. Let's go next. So the next character we have is Lord Prime. Whoa, who's surprised? I think he's like the only really villain in the show. Correct me if I'm wrong. That didn't really, besides like some minor ones, but like main villain that didn't really get a redemption arc. because it was the last season. Yeah, he didn't really get a redemption arc. They were just kind of like, ooh, this dude's bad. And so I'm not really sure why I'm supposed to like him. I mean, he's a cool villain. Like, the whole, like, cult thing, I guess you could say. I was cool. Like, I was interested. It's not like I'm like, ooh, I hate his character. I think he was a stupid villain. No, he was fine. I mean, like, I'm not gonna, like, go and buy merch of him, but it was fine. I think there's better villains in the show. I think out of all the main villains, he's the worst one just because of the fact that he didn't really get a redemption arc.
I think about not really a redemption arc, that's not what I'm trying to say, but just like kind of a reason why he's bad. Like all the characters kind of had like reasoning, like this is why they're bad, whether it was kind of like silly or not. They were just kind of like, oh, this dude's bad. He's the biggest bad of the bads. Maybe he had like a reason because he was like power hungry, but like it was like stupid. It wasn't anything like like they did with most of the characters. You know what I mean?
So it's probably like my least favorite villain on the show, but oh, there we go. That's probably my least favorite character, just because who cares? It's Lord Prime. I mean, he's a good villain, so thanks. Or I'm not emotionally attached to you, so I don't really know what you want me to say. Either way, those were the only two I dislike. I love the show a lot. I don't really plan on talking about it in the show, but as like a queer person, the show, like, and just as a person with like trauma and stuff, I just really resonated with it and resonated with a lot of the characters. So expect a lot of fangirling. Either way. So then, here's my nah category. It's only one, and it's Hordak. I mean, I think him and him and Entrapta are super cute. Love their relationship. But, like, he's a cool villain. I really like what they did with his character, but, like, oh my god, the colonizer. I'm not simping over him. I mean, and you can go into the problematic areas where he was like, oh, the girl made him. Let me explain that. So I feel like there's in a lot of shows and stuff, and it's not just She-Ra, they kind of do. Here's my first earring. It's kind of cute. I'm making them for my girlfriend. The bad boy meets the girl, and the girl changes him, which I feel like puts a very unhealthy precedent on people. But we're not going to go into that. I just think he's the villain, and yeah, he has inferiority issues or whatever. Like, oh, I want my brother to like me, which, we kid in there, I understand your struggle. However, he still, like, tried to colonize, like, a whole planet. So, I mean, I'm allowed to be like, oh, you developed, but that doesn't mean I still have to like him. You know? I mean, is that fair? That's fair. But no, like, he's out of my dislike category. Like, I like him. However, he's just not my favorite. Also, I made half of this list, like, a long time ago. And then I, like, finished it today because I wanted to do this video. Because I was going to do one on Avatar because a YouTuber really, like, Amanda Beebe did, like, a video about Avatar. And I wanted to, like, hop on that trend. But I figured it'd be a good idea because right now I'm writing a paper on She-Ra for my English class. And I feel like it'd be good to go through all the characters again just to kind of refresh my memory. Also, I just love talking about She-Ra because it makes me happy. So, I also love Avatar. So maybe expect the Avatar video in the future. For now, talking about She-Ra. So, my no opinion category. So let me explain this category. It's not that I don't like the characters. It's like I like them, but they're not like my favorite. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, I see you. I appreciate you. I mean, there's gonna be some that are like more than others, or just some that I'm like, oh yeah, they were there, but I didn't really feel emotionally attached to them. And some of them I feel like I would even have like somewhat of an emotional attachment to, be like, oh, I adore you, like not adore you, but like, oh, I appreciate you. But these are just like they're cool. You know what I mean? I hope that makes sense. Either way, the first one, once again, this is not really on a list. This is just kind of, I did like little, no spoilers. I don't think you can see that. I just did it. Yeah, this one's probably the biggest category. So the first one I put was Octavia. If you don't remember, she was a part of the Evil Horde. Oh, I can't think of that. I look so fake as right now. She was a fan. She was like had the cool eye patch and stuff. She was Poeti, and there's that cute little flashback of Adora and Catra when they were like scratched her. She's cool. I mean, she has a cool character design. I don't feel like they did a lot with her character though. Like they could have done so much more with her character. So I kind of just left to be like, oh, I mean they're cool. What else do you really want me to say about them? Unless I'm just not remembering something, but like they're cool. Yeah, that's gonna be a lot of my opinions for this one because it's the no opinion category. But either way. Next one's Light Hope. I feel like people might get mad at me for this one because they have like the whole little thing, but I was like kind of like, oh, Light Hope's cool. Like, I guess they did more with her character, but I was not like obsessed with Light Hope. Like, I thought she had a cool take on the story, and I liked her thing with Mara, but like, I don't really have an opinion on her as a character. She was a cool part of the story, and I liked her little arc at the end. Nice. That's all I have to say about her. Next, Double Trouble. Oh, why did I put them on this one? I'm gonna redo that. Why did I put them in this one? I should have put them on the door category. But either way, this was the one part of them that I did like a long time ago. Double Trouble is awesome. They're a chaotic force, and we adore that about them. I'm not like one to like stand the chaotic force. I like their character, and I think they're one of the best villains in the show. But I'm not like, I know people who like fangirl over them. I'm not one of those people. I mean, they're a cool villain, and I appreciate the non-binary rep. But I've even seen like some non-binary people being like, why do they make the non-binary character a lizard? But I'm not non-binary, so I can't really give my opinion on that. But I just know some people are like, yes, we love the representation, but why was my representation a lizard? So take that as you will. Everyone has different opinions. I like their character a lot. When they come into the story, they create absolute chaos, and I love every second of it. So I'll probably put them in the adore category, but when I made the list originally, I put them in no opinion. There you go. So the next character I have in the no opinion is King Micah. How do I word this? Cool, very happy for Glimmer that she got her dad back. He's funny. I liked he was a fun character, you know? Like, I don't have anything against him. I just, out of all the characters in the show, I feel like this is one that I just have no opinion on. Like, I like him. He's cool. But I'm not like, yes. I'm going through this rather fast. No, I'm not. Will I have enough time? I don't know. I guess this doesn't have to be a long video. Either way. Makes it easier for me to edit, I guess. He's cool. I mean, he's funny. I like him. I think he's a good dad. And a good husband, so like good for him. I'm not like King Micah stan though, so that's why I put him in the no opinion category. He's chill though, like he's chill. And I feel like that's probably, I don't think I've ever really met someone who's like a King Micah stan, but everyone's like, I appreciate you, and that's just kind of how I feel. Next person is Castaspella. Once again, she's cool. I like her character. Especially, I forgot, like I like how they got back together at the end, her and King Micah. Not got back together because they're siblings, but they're cute, you know. I appreciate. That's just like, just because they're in the no opinion character doesn't mean I don't appreciate them. I'm just kind of like, I'm not like obsessed, you know. Because there's definitely characters on this show that I'm like, I love you. I am so emotionally attached to you. And these are just characters I'm like, yeah, they're cool. Or like, I don't really feel like I attached to you. Or like, I'm not obsessed with you. That's kind of how I feel. She's pretty. I love her character design. I loved her little, I can't remember what it's called. It's been a little while since I've watched the show, to be honest. I mean, I love the show. I've watched it twice, I think. Because I'm not a big show rewatcher, if I'm being honest. That doesn't mean I don't like a show. I just, my brain, I like constant new stimulation. But if I want like a comfort show, I'll probably put this on. Because it's one of my biggest comfort shows. Like, I love this show a lot. Maybe I'll talk about that at the end, how much the show means to me. But that's, right now I'm ranking She-Ra characters, so we'll see. But no, I like Castaspella. She's cool. I appreciate her character. However, I'm not like obsessed, which I think is fair. Angela. I know, I'm sorry. I feel like someone's gonna get mad at me for that. However, I mean, what do you want me to say about her? I mean, she's a good mom. I really liked her character development with Glimmer and stuff, and especially with her husband and everything. Like, I love her character. She's a good character, and her sacrifice, thank you, I appreciate you. However, I still feel like it's fair to be like, they're fine, like they're cool. I appreciate them. Thanks. I'm glad she's in the show. I'm just not like obsessed. And also, I don't know. I really liked her and Glimmer's dynamic, which I'll probably get more into Glimmer. With Glimmer. I'm talking about Glimmer. However, I don't know. I'm just not obsessed. But I think it's fair. Okay. Ooh, this next one might piss off people. Huntara. I'm sorry. I love Huntara. Maybe I'll put her in the adore category. Maybe she's like in between. Can I do that? Whatever, it's my video. I like Huntara. Huntara's cool. Perfuma, big muscle-y woman. No, I think I'll put her like in between because I don't think I adore her. I adore her character. She's like, yeah, she's in between. However, like I feel like she kind of got snubbed at the end. You know what I mean? Like they did a lot with her character. I feel like if she continued to be one of like the mainish characters, she would be in the adore category. However, I feel like near the end they kind of were just like, oh, Huntara's there too, yay! So like I like Huntara. I think her character's really fun. I like her voice a lot. I don't really know who the voice actor is. Maybe I'll put her up there if I'm have enough energy to. But I'm not like kind of the same thing with all these no opinion characters. Like she's cool. I think if I were to keep her in this no list, she'd probably be around the top. Probably one of my favorite like no opinion characters because she's a cool character and I really like Huntara. Maybe she's an adore. I don't catch me not feeling confident within my own list. Let's be honest though. It's hard to like rank them. That's why I didn't even like give them numbers because if there was numbers, I would literally have no idea what I'm doing. I'd be like, okay. Oh wait, I should show you. Here are my little. These are just. I just like wearing funky earrings sometimes, and these are not like cool like ones. I've just been meaning to make these, and this is just a good opportunity for me to talk and stuff and make earrings. Either way, next, Madame Razz. Madame Razz, I love you in your kooky self. However, I wouldn't put you in the adore category. And here's why. Because I like her character. However, I'm not like a Madame Razz stan. Which, I love Madame Razz. But not like, I adore Madame Razz. Or I love Madame Razz. You know what I mean? So she should probably be another one in the no opinion. Maybe like between adore and no opinion. Just something like between that. Yeah, she's Madame Razz. Love you. Go Madame Razz. Yeah, she's a good of the old guide characters. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Next one is Emily. Emily, the cute little robot. Super cute, super fun. But however, like, no opinion. Like, they're cool. Yugo, little piece of technology. Yugo. But Scorpia, well, of course, even with Entrapta and Emily, super cute, love that. However, Scorpia and Emily, so cute. I like Emily, but I would keep them in no opinion. So the Star siblings, I love them. I think they're great. However, I don't think they're really in the show enough for me to be like, oh, I adore them. Like, I think they're super cool. Their character designs are incredible. I love that for them. However, I'm just going to keep them in no opinion because if they did more with their character, then they would probably, their characters, I would put them in adore. However, I don't really feel like it's fair for me to put them in the adore category when I saw them, like none of the show. You know what I mean? I do like them, though. They're cool characters. But if you asked me to name them apart, I couldn't. Well, maybe. No, I couldn't. I like the owl, too. Was it... I think it was Starla's. I have, like, kind of their names up here. I don't really know. But no, like, they're cool. No opinion. Which is fine. And the next is General Juliet. They're cool. She's cool, I'm pretty sure. I know some people ship her with Angela, I think. Was it Angela? She's cool. Honestly, when I saw them on my list, I was like, who's that? And I was like, oh, I looked at them. I was like, oh. 'Cause I don't remember them ever really saying their name in the show. Her name in the show. Maybe I'm wrong, though. I just missed it. I don't know. But, so that's why she's in no opinion. Because just generally, I just have no opinion on her. Like, she's cool. Thanks. Thanks for garden, love. Thanks. Like, what do you want me to say about that? Okay, so those are all of my people in the no opinion category. So the next one is adore. So these characters, I wouldn't say they're like my favorite characters in the show, like overall. However, I love these characters and I would die for all of them. I wouldn't die for all of them. I'd be more for love. But I have a deep appreciation for all these characters. And I would fight to protect them. I wouldn't die for them. That'd be more love. But I would fight to protect them. Is that fair? I feel like that's fair. Okay. Woo! I'm bonkers. Okay. Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna have to explain this one a bit. And I know someone's gonna yell at me, and I'm sorry for that. So the first one I put is Adora. I love Adora. I love her. I love her to bits. However, I've talked to some of my friends about it, so I know this is not just like a me thing. Just like, because I would argue like Adora's like the main character. I would argue, you know what I mean, like the main protagonist. Does that make sense? Like I feel like she's She-Ra. The show's literally called She-Ra and the Princess of Power. Like she's the main character. She's the main protagonist, and so I just kind of have like, I don't even know what to call it. Like, she's a great protagonist, and I loved her as a protagonist, and I loved watching her, and I love her, and I think she's so silly and goofy, and truthfully, I don't feel, people give her enough, I don't know. However, I'm just never, like, the main character is never my favorite character. Because I always just enjoy seeing the side characters more. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's because we see her, like, I could say you see her the most. But, I don't want to say she's, like, the blandest character, but, like, she's not the blandest character. But you know what I mean? I hope that makes sense. So, like, I adore Adora. She's great. She's great. We appreciate each other. However, like, the main character is never, like, my favorite character. She's still a great character, though. Like, she's a great character. Probably one of my... Oh, I was looking for the other charm, and it's over here. Or the next one, how the next one turned out. Neutrality to main character syndrome. If there's a name for that, please tell me in the comments, because I want to know that I'm not bonkers. Okay. I realized I didn't really show you, like, what ones I was doing. These next ones are going to do watermelons. Well, I guess I kind of did. Watermelon sugar high. Harry Styles, we stand him in this house. Okay, so next is Glimmer. I love Glimmer. Honestly, people disrespect Glimmer too much. I love Glimmer. I think she's great. The only reason I think I put her in love is because she, like, really annoyed me near the end. And I'm not saying she didn't have a valid reason. Like, she was obviously struggling. So I'm not like, I don't hate her for that. But it's my opinion. I could say what I want. No, I love Glimmer. I think she had some of the greatest, not some of the greatest, I feel like that's unfair to say, but like some really good character development in the show. And I really liked her arc with Bo when they were kind of fighting and stuff. And I think Bo was one of my favorite. Just like her apologizing and just like her being, it's just her grieving process. And I feel like her being like, oh my god, my friend hate me. Like I related to a lot of parts of Glimmer, and I feel like this is why she's only in Adore and not Love. Because I get you. I feel like Glimmer represents some of my, I guess maybe I do love Glimmer. I actually might bump her up to Love. She's not like my favorite character, but I do love Glimmer. I think she's in Love category now that I say it. I don't know. I just really appreciate her character development. And she's just so pretty, and also I love the body positivity they did with her character. And I don't know. I was so proud of her to see her become queen, even though yeah, she's definitely in love. What am I saying? People hate on her too much, and I get like she annoyed you, but like she was like, her mom died, her dad's missing, she had to become the queen of her kingdom, everything was going wrong, like she had some reasons to be upset, but she apologized, and I feel like she learned and grew from it, and that's all we can really ask of characters, you know? I don't know. I really like her thing with her mom. I really related to that. I don't know. I just feel like she has some of my worst insecurities. And so I'm like, Glimmer, no. Because I get it, girl. Girl, I get it. So, yeah. That's my thing on Glimmer. Sorry, I took way too long about Glimmer. I feel like it's fair, though. Okay, the next one I have for the Adore category is Frosta. I love Frosta. I think she's an angry little 12-year-old. Is that her age? I don't know. And I appreciate her. I'm not going to put her in Love because I feel like they did not give her much character development. And I feel like out of all like the main princesses, they slept on her the most, which I feel like is a fair statement to say. So if they give her like the respect as all the other characters, I feel like she would be up in Love. But because of that reason, she's in Down and Adore. Which, hate me for my opinion all you want, but I'm spitting facts. No. Something that I really, whenever I think about how much I love Frosta, I always go back to that one moment of her and Scorpia when they captured Scorpia. And that's probably genuinely one of my favorite moments of the show. Like, it just makes me so happy. I don't know. I just like Frosta's characters. She's just so funny. She's like, grr, I'm 12 and angry. And also having Spinnerella and Netossa take care of her near the end. Oh my gosh. Also, I just think her powers are cool. I've just always liked ice powers. She's just so angry. I don't know. Frosta's cute. I like Frosta. Yeah. My next character is Swiftwind. I like Swiftwind. I think they go by he, him pronouns. If not, please feel free to correct me. He's funny. I wouldn't say I like his character a lot. Because he's funny, and I liked his thing, like, near the end, they kind of did, like, oh, I miss Adora kind of stuff, and, like, how they're, like, bonded. However, I wouldn't say, like, I love his character. Like, he's fun, he's funky. I don't think I can ever think of a moment where I was like, oh, I don't like him. Unlike most of the main characters, I think, nah, that's not true to say. A lot of the main characters, I feel like I had a moment where I was up. But I don't think I've ever had that with Swiftwind. Me and him, he's, like, more comic relief, I think. And they gave him some bit of a story arc, but I feel like he was mostly there for comic relief. I think that's fair to say. So I adore him, but I wouldn't say he's like one of my favorites. Next one is Ron Kordak. maybe he's in the love category. I feel like he's just freaking hilarious. My friend is like, they call himself a Ron Kordak kitty. Out of most of the characters, he's just great. He's just hilarious. Like, whenever he's on screen, I'm laughing. And I appreciate that. I don't think he's one of my favorite characters, because, like, he's just great. He's just great. He's just, I don't know, whenever I'm on screen, he's laughing, because he's just so funky. It just makes me happy. Yeah. That's all I gotta say about Ron Kordak. He's just great. And if you don't like Ron Kordak, get out of here. Thank you. Okay, the next one I have is, next one I have on here is Lonnie. Lonnie. I love Lonnie. She's great. I wouldn't say she's one of my favorite characters, but she's great. And I appreciate her character, like, I don't know, she's just really fun. I've always enjoyed, like, characters on screen. I don't think she's my favorite out of all, like, the girls, but I think she's good. And I really, really, really wish they had more. I put them all on the Adore list. Lonnie, Kyle, Rogelio. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. I apologize. Put them all in the love. Because I honestly love all their characters. And I feel like they were so slept on in the show. Because that one episode where they got, like, the acid rain or whatever. Like, that, I love that episode. However, I understand why they didn't do more of their characters. But, like, I wish there was more. Because I love seeing their little dynamic. And because it just makes me really happy. I don't know. She's great. Kyle. Okay, that's all for her. She's great. We stand Lonnie in this house. And also just muscles. Muscles. I'm not really a muscle person, but Lonnie's pretty, and she's a great character, so. Next, Kyle. Oh, Kyle. I love Kyle. Dang it, Kyle. I just feel like, well, Kyle's great. And as the clumsy mess I am, I relate to him. Also, I love how Kyle has a crush on Rogelio. I ship them. If you don't, you're a fool. I'm sorry, but that's adorable. He just does his best. And you know what? Sometimes it's not always the best, and he's just kind of a clumsy mess, and then we love him for it. It's okay. Whenever there was a scene with Kyle, like, you knew you were gonna laugh. Like, especially when it was Scorpia, Lonnie, Rogelio, and Kyle. Like, that was a great scene. It was like that one episode. Oh, I can't think of what it was called. But it was a really cool episode where they all, like, the rebellion, not all of them, but the princesses or whatever, like, are all trying to, like, imagine, like, sneaking into the base. Like, that was just great. Any scene with, like, that little squad was just incredible, and that's why they're in my Adore category, even though you could probably argue that they're I don't know what you would argue. If you don't like them, you don't like Happiness. Sorry, because they're incredible. And I mean, I guess it's fair because they are part of the Evil Horde, and they never really like the Evil Horde is bad. There was kind of like Catra's kind of treating us poorly. I mean, like, good for them for standing up for their own worth, but kind of like, bruh, you know what I mean? But whatever. Okay, and then Rogelio, he's great. He doesn't really talk much, I mean, he does, but he's great, and I love how he went and protected Kyle in the Acid Rain episode. He's great. They're all great. Thank you. The next one is Mara. I wish we saw more Mara in the show. I mean, you can argue that we see pretty much a lot of Mara, but I want more Mara content because she's amazing. Mara. Ow. I don't know, she just seems really cool. She just seems like a really cool character, and I wish we saw more of her. She's incredible. She's just great. We love you, Mara. Thank you, Mara, for existing. I'm very happy. Thank you, Mara. And her thing with Light Hope, her little friendship with Light Hope is super cute. I think probably people ship them. I don't ship them. However, I feel like a lot of people, like, if characters are, like, close friends, they feel like they have to ship them. I'm not in that mindset. I feel like just because characters are close doesn't mean they have romantic feelings. I kind of wish there was more just, like, friendships. That's kind of how I feel about Blow and Glimmer. I kind of wish they just ended off as friends. Hate me all you want. I mean, they're a cute couple. I'm not saying they're not a cute couple. I'm just saying, I don't know. I'm talking about Mara. Why am I talking about Blow and Glimmer? Whatever. Said my piece. Okay, hello, I'm back. The next one I'm gonna do is this. It's a cool little crescent moon. Okay. Oh no, I lost it. So next one is Milog. I think that's how you say it. Milog's great. I love cats. I was very happy. Milog's great. He's a little emotional support cat, and it makes me really happy. And honestly, I feel like that's such a good way to, like, that's just really good storytelling. I really like what they did. Just kind of, like, represents Catra. It made me really happy. Milog's great. We stand Milog in this house. Thank you. I don't really have much else to say about the kitty. I don't remember their gender. I apologize. I'll say they're just great. Milog's great. Very cool. Love that. That's all we have to say. That's why I adore. I don't know. I just think it's a really cool concept for Milog. I don't know. Like, just like the alien cat, like emotional cat. I don't remember like the exact like science behind it. From what I remember, it's like cat represents like Catra's emotions or whatever. And I just love that. I don't know. It just made me really happy because Catra got a little emotional support cat, and as a cat person, that made me happy. Thank you. And then the last people I have in my adore category is Spinnerella and Netossa because I love them so much. Maybe they're in love. No, I'm not gonna put them in love because they got slept on like majority. Ooh, bad lighting. They got slept on majority of the show, which is disrespectful. Like, I like that scene. Like, at the beginning, they're just kind of like, "Yo, we're here too." And they're all like, "Oh yeah." And they're just being in love. And they're just like vibing so hard. And as a queer person, seeing the representation made me really happy. Ooh. I don't know. I really like their arc, the arc they got at the end. I'm so glad they got like a little arc at the end, which is proving their love to one another. If you ask me which one I prefer out of the both of them, I would have to say, I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I couldn't tell you. I love them both. And normally, I just decide to put them together because they're a married couple, and I feel like that's fair to do. But both of their characters are just really fun. They're both really sweet. And I don't know. I just feel like they're very good woman representation, and I love that in this house because their whole personality isn't we're the married couple. They both have like their own distinct personalities, but they're just still very much in love, and I just appreciate that. And at the end, how they kind of like adopt Frosta, and also their character designs are so pretty. I love the woman love. Well, yes, the woman love. The body positivity of Spinnerella, and she's just so pretty. And then Netossa is just beautiful. I love her hair. I don't know. Netossa, I adore you, but girl, I'm so sorry you got stuck with the net power. I mean, she does a great job, and she kicks ass. However, if I was in the rebellion and I'd be like, they'll be like, oh, I can like ice. Natasha's like, I throw nets. I'll be like, thanks. You know what I mean? I don't know. No hate on Natasha though. She does great. She kicks ass. They're great characters, and they got slept on, which is disturbing because they're incredible. I'm so glad they got some character representation in the end. Okay, so now we're in the love category. I would say these are like my favorite characters in the show. Okay? Okay. So the one I put on the bottom is Perfuma. I love Perfuma. Especially, we don't throw tanks at our friends. And just her, oh, I just love Perfuma so much. She's not like the best character in the show, and I'll admit it. She's not. She's just hilarious. And just her constant positivity, just like she's just so funny. I'm sorry. She's just hilarious. And I also like after the show they confirmed her to be trans. We love that. Wish it was confirmed in the show because like it's not really representation of Saw in the show, but I mean we still love representation in this house. I don't know. I just think she's hilarious, and her and Scorpia, I just think they're great for each other, and I just like how she likes big muscly women. She's so great. I don't know, and I think her character design's super cute, and I like her flower power, and I liked her little thing. She was always struggling with cactuses. I don't know, I just think she's just doing so good, and she just always does her best to help other people, and she's just sweet. We don't throw tanks at her friends. And I forgot exactly what she said, but when she called out... Oh, speaking of Natasha, I can't believe I didn't mention this, but at the end, when she, like, went through all, like, their secret, like, their greatest weaknesses, and then she just sprayed Catra with the water gun. I love this show. It's so funny. It's so funny. But anyway, sorry, Perfuma. I can't believe I didn't think of that when I was talking about the characters. Just Perfuma's great. I just love her a lot. Because she's just so funny. She has a cute... I don't feel like she didn't got, like, a lot of character development. I guess she kind of did. And I felt her character about, like, being a perfectionist, I guess. What do you call that? Perfectionism? I don't know. Thinking of cactuses. And I'm just proud of her. And that's great. Also, I love her little friendship with Bo. Super cute. And I think how she handled it with Glimmer was very... I think she did it very well. Because she's just a good person. So, no Perfuma hate in this house. I don't think I've ever heard anyone who hates Perfuma. Have I? No? Okay, so maybe. I don't know. Anyway, next I have on here is Seahawk. If Seahawk isn't in your love list, I don't know if we watch the same show. How can you not love Seahawk? He's great. Hi-ho. And I liked how he simped over Mermista, but I never, unlike a lot of shows, I never really felt, maybe he did. I never really felt I got to like a creepy place. From what I remember. It's been a while since I watched the show, but I don't remember ever being like, oh, this dude's creepy. I just remember he just likes Mermista a lot, and he's doing his best. And I love his arsonistic tendencies. It's incredible. In his shanties. And I just think him and Mermista's relationship is so cute. He's just a good dude, you know, and he's just vibing, and I mean, I don't think he's one of the deepest characters on the show, but like, they don't all need to be. And I feel like when Seahawk is there, you know you're in for like a fun little giggle, because he's just hilarious. Same with Perfuma, like, he's just hilarious. And that's why I like him. He's just so funny. I don't know. I never really felt like he got to like a creepy level. At least what I think. Because I feel like he was always like respectfully something, you know? And I respect that. Because I guess it was like more of like a kid related show, but it never like got creepy. He was just like, Mermista, my love. And she was like, just so funny. He's like, ah. I don't know. I love Seahawk. If you don't like Seahawk, you're valid. I mean, maybe I think some people found him annoying. I mean, that's fair. I guess I never personally felt that way. I just thought he was great. Either way, continue. Next up, I have Vermista. I love Vermista. Vermista's incredible. I mean, I kind of was mad at her because she kind of like knocked off Entrapta a lot, and that kind of pissed me off. I don't know. I mean, she apologized and they all got together in the end, so whatever. But she's just so funny. Like, I just like how is sassy the right word? I don't know. But you know what I mean. And she was like, this is my +1, and Seahawks was like, yes, we're in love! And she was like, no. And she likes her mystery novels, is it Mer Mystery? Also, Vermista is so pretty. She's just hilarious. Like, oh no, I spilled my thingies all over the floor. She's just so funny, and she's just like, and when the thing happened with her island, she was just sitting in the bathtub crying with her ice cream, and I was like, me too, girl. Like, I've never lost my entire, like, kingdom or whatever, but, like, that's literally me every single time. I just eat Ben & Jerry's cookie dough ice cream and cry. I don't know, I just feel like she was just a fun, I can't think of the word, I guess you could say, like, dry? Because a lot of the princesses are more, like, bubbly, I guess you could say, and she was kind of more like the, no? Like, kind of like, what the, you know what I mean? I don't really know how to describe it. And I feel like she was a good contrast of the characters. And she's just great. Like, I love Vermista. I don't know. Like, when I first watched the show, I was kind of like, oh, this is cool. But then when I started thinking about it, I was like, I love Vermista. Like, she's just incredible. She's just great. And also, I guess I can mention it for here too, but I love her and Seahawk's relationship. She kind of did, like, step all over him a bit, but girl, do what you want. Vermista, it's okay. I still love you. Yeah, I don't think she stepped on him. Maybe that's unfair. I don't know. Vermista's great. No Vermista hate in this house. She's incredible. She's just hilarious. She's just kind of like, I'm going in the sewer? Ew. I mean, yeah, right? Also, I think she has some of the coolest powers, because I've always liked oceany stuff. Okay, the next one I wrote down is Catra. Hey, Adora. I don't have a good, was that a good Catra impression? I don't think it was. The only reason she's not high on this list is because my girlfriend constantly sibs over the Catra to the point where I got slightly jealous. I'm not even shitting you. Which I felt bad about. I was just kind of like, babe. I was like, my girlfriend sibs over Catra unhealthy amount. And I mean, like, I don't blame her. Because, you know, Catra. However, I was kind of like, it was kind of funny, actually. She just has a really good redemption arc. And I just love her, like, flirty, like, playful, like, arrogant, like, era throughout the show. The only reason she's not higher is because, like, spoiler alert, Scorpia is one of my favorite characters, and the way she treated Scorpia made me fume. And because I'm a Scorpia Kenny, so it just kind of reminded me of people, like, within my own life, and I was kind of like, grrr. However, like, I feel like you have to Catra's character, and I feel like people, I don't think so. No one sleeps on Catra, everyone loves Catra. But, like, people sometimes forget that, like, Catra went through, like, a whole lot of abuse, too. And, yeah, I don't know, she grew, she apologized, it's all good. Oh, crap, I didn't do 2. So, what you gonna do? She's just, I don't know, I really like Catra. I don't think, a lot of people think she's, like, my favorite character. I don't think she's, like, my favorite character, but she's one of my favorites. I just can just really appreciate her. And near the end, she just gets really funny, and I just really appreciate her character arc. Because I feel like it's always good to have kind of, like, I don't know. I really like what they did with her character. One thing I will say, though, is that I know it's because it was the ending and they kind of had to rush it a bit. I wish they gave Scorpia more time to forgive Catra, because I feel like they're kind of just like, yep, we're good now at the end, unlike with Bow and Glimmer, and I'm assuming that's just due to time constraints. However, I feel like it was a little rushed, but what can you do? But I don't feel like when she went back, no one gave her like an easy time. But I feel like Scorpia forgave her a little too quickly, which may just be because Scorpia's character, she's just how she is, but I don't know. That's my one complaint with Catra. But I don't really think that's Catra's fault, I just think it's just time constraints. So, either way. I love Catra. Catra's great. She's pretty, and she just has really good character arcs, and she's... I hope Catra and Adora live together happily ever after. The end. Because, you know what? They both kind of messed up, and that's okay. Catra's not one of my favorites, but it's Catra. You can't not love Catra. Okay. Next character I have, I think I might be done making earrings, so I think you're just going to get my full attention now. So, Entrapta. I love Entrapta. She's chaotic. I found out that she's like 40 or something compared to the rest of the princesses, and I was kind of like, what? I know some people from the autistic community really resonate with Entrapta's characters. And it's kind of the same thing with like Perfuma. Like, I know some people were kind of like, well, we can't consider representation if they never like said she was autistic in the show. But I know a lot of autistic people say they resonate with her because she tends to have like a lot of like autistic traits, like trouble socializing and just like a special interest being hers in like robots or whatever. So that's cool. I appreciate her part of the character. I just think she's a great character. She's just chaotic. To be honest, when they like thought she died originally, I was kind of like, first time I watched it, like when I learned more, I was kind of like, oh, that makes more sense. But I feel like they like, for the first time they like killed her off, I was kind of like, y'all can go back. So I was kind of mad at them. I was like, y'all is sleeping over her really quickly. But I really appreciate what they did with her character. And she went to them and she was like, ah. And she was like, you know what, I'm gonna do what's right. And Entrapta did that. And I just like they had to give her a lot of good arcs, and they like did really well with her character. She's just vibing, you know, and she's trying to just do her best, you know, to support everyone. She doesn't always know what's right, but in the end she finds her way, and I appreciate that. She's also just hilarious. Also, I love her voice and her character design. She's just so cute. She's just so cute. And her walking hair, incredible. Incredible. 10 out of 10. And I think her and Scorpia's friendship is so cute. And her and Emily, just super cute. She's just really fun. Entrapta's great. So, the next two characters I feel like are a tie for my favorite. Sometimes the next character I'm talking about is Scorpia. I love Scorpia. I love Scorpia. I love Scorpia. I love Scorpia. As I said previously, I'm a Scorpia Kenny. I've been in her shoes. I know how much it hurts. And that just made me love her that much harder. She's just trying to do her best, y'all. And trying to be loyal and give hugs. And she just is doing her best. And I don't know. I really wish they would have gone to her backstory more about like her family just like I don't want to say like abandoning her. But like they kind of just like, I mean, they mentioned it. They were kind of like walked over it. And I was like, whatever. Scorpia's incredible. And her and Perfuma building each other up at the end, incredible. She's just so sweet. And she's doing her best. And she likes giving big hugs. I don't know. Like, when she was like, I deserve better. I literally was like, yes, you do, Scorpia. Yes, you do. Yes. I'm gonna start crying. I'm a Scorpia Kitty. Sorry. She's just, she just makes me so happy, and I'm just so happy for her. I don't know, Scorpia's great. I really hope she's doing well. I wish we saw more Perfuma and Scorpia, because they're just, I really like the relationship. And I just like, she's just doing her best. She's so sweet to everyone. I don't know. She was simping though, and you know what? I've been there. I feel you. We love Scorpia. And then last, but definitely, certainly not least, is Bow. I love Bow. Bow leads more love. They honestly, especially near the end, I feel like they kind of like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of the time, this is one of my bigger complaints about the show, like story-wise. My tablet ran out of storage, so we're gonna try to wrap this up quickly. Oopsie. Oh, hello, friend. Bo's incredible, and we love Bo in this house. But yeah, like, I think I was talking about how, like, I feel like they kind of didn't really talk about his emotions a lot. Like, he was more just a counselor friend, which I'm the counselor friend, so I get it. I wish they focused on his emotions a lot, but I think they did a really good job with him and Glimmer about him forgiving her, just giving time for him to forgive her. Because that's, like, that's a crappy thing to happen. And I'm glad the show wasn't just like, oh, we're just gonna ignore that. I feel like they actually discussed it, which I really do appreciate. I love his dads. I completely understand, like, him not wanting to talk to his parents about whatever. I don't know. I just really, really resonated a lot. Same with Scorpia. I just resonated a lot with these characters, which I feel like is why he's one of my favorite characters. And, like, he was like, I'm not a princess, but I'm, like, the only dude here, but, like, go me. He's doing his best. And I like his, like, sense of confidence. Well, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes he wasn't always the most confident, but, like, he was just like, I do bow and arrow, so. And I liked how he had, like, an obsession with Entrapta. Not obsession, but, like, he was, like, a big Entrapta fan. I kind of wish they talked about that more in the show. They kind of, like, scooted over it eventually, but. And then again, if, like, they're, like, we're talking in person and friends, I guess he wouldn't really, like, if I met Katy Perry and I was like, oh my gosh, and I wouldn't be like obsessed with her. I don't know. Just little complaints. I just think he's great, and he's just so sweet, and he just really does his best for his friends. And I don't know. I just really like Bo. He's just such a nice dude, and I feel like he's always there for everyone else. And I did a really good job with his character, and he's just hilarious too. And I don't know. They're great, and Sorry, I would go into more, but I kind of don't want my iPad to run out of storage again, so I'm trying to, like, wrap this up quickly. But either way, they're great. I love the show very much. My opinion on the show, I really, 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 really love the show. Just the representation in it, just, like, the story. I just feel like I related to a lot to the characters, which I feel like this is the first show that I really, like, kinned the characters. Kin being, like, you really, like, resonated with the characters. Because I just feel like they did a really good writing. The writing in the show is really good. Majority. Of course, I have some issues here and there, but I don't know. I love She-Ra a lot. It just really means a lot to me, and it's one of the first shows that I've watched that I've ever really feel like seen in. And as a queer woman, I brought this up a few times. I feel like the show is more than just, like, queer representation, but because of that fact, it meant a lot to me. Like, it's, like, in a world where, like, homophobia and all that stuff, like, doesn't exist, so. And people were just being gay there, and no one was, like, batting an eye, and I can't really express how much that, like, was nice. I don't know, I really appreciate the show, and just the world, and just, the show is just so fun. Like, it's just an incredible show. I don't know, I love She-Ra a lot. She-Ra and the Princess of Power. I haven't seen the original. I don't think I'm ever really going to, because the reason I like the show is not because it's based off the original show. I feel like it's mostly stuff they added within the new reboot. Maybe I'll watch it though just for context one day, but I don't know. Love She-Ra. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, and you want to fight me about who your favorite character is, feel free to do battle below. You are beautiful and valid, and I hope you have an amazing day today. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye.